Okay, here we are.
Push the button.
Well, I won't say like the episode. I'm just gonna call it the episode, right? Or no, you're gonna do the episode. So I'm gonna say, "Hi, this is Sherman, the crazy Asian."
And this is Megan, and today we're talking about interview tips. Because we don't need to introduce it every time.
No,
Like,
I don't know.
You know, you're here.
And then, did you want to stop it then at that point in order to put a sponsor in?
Yes.
So yeah, okay,
You just know how to do that.
okay. So I'll just stop it and then we'll save
Well,
it.
you can say, but first we're gonna listen.
First, a word from our sponsor.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. So once you're done, kind of making that intro to, top 3 interview tips.
Yeah.
Then
We're
we'll
talking
go.
about the top 3 interview tips. The first.
Okay. Hello, it's Sherman, the crazy Asian.
And it's Megan, and today we are talking about our top 3 interview tips.
Should we intro it on Asian Sensations?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was curious about. And we are. Oh, and welcome to the Asian Sensation podcast. I think we just need a welcome.
Yes.
But welcome back. Welcome or welcome back?
Do you want to do that? Do you want to say, welcome to the Asian Sensation podcast?
Yes.
And then I'll say, this is Sherman, the crazy Asian.
Uh-huh.
This is Megan, where we talk about interview tips. And then boom, stop it. Or no, first a word from our sponsor, and then.
Yeah. Wait, stop. Wait.
You ready?
Okay, wait. So I'm saying welcome to
Asian Sensations.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to Asian Sensations.
This is Sherman, the crazy Asian.
And this is Megan, and today we are talking about our top 3 interview tips.
But before we jump into that, let's just get a word from our sponsor. So we say that. And then intro.
Carla's listening to it now.
She'll love it. Tips.
I mean, that's.
Intro 2?
But I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
Like, they're
doesn't.
not going to see it, right? Okay, not yet, right?
Yep, not yet.
Add a sponsored segment.
Click on it and see what it does. It might say, there you go. And now we just go back to tools.
Uh-huh.
And so let's say we're done. We would press publish, and then it would take you back to that normal.
Ah, gotcha.
So then you go back to here. So then it's sponsor. Then we say, okay, welcome back.
Welcome back.
So,
Let's jump in.
Let's jump in and talk about top 3 interview tips. And you can just say, hey, my first think of is first impressions. And then you can just start going.
Yep.
How's that sound? And then once you're kind of done or something, or if you just ask me a question, like what's your thoughts on, something, and then we can just kind of go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. let's do that.
All right, welcome back. So let's just go ahead and jump into our top 3 interview tips. My first one, I would say, starts with first impressions. So where do you think your first impression starts? Does it start? Where does it start?
Well, for me, it's the moment that they come onto our property. Because I remember one time that someone had parked their car and littered, thrown like a McDonald's bag or a Gatorade bottle on our property, and then came in for an interview. And I thought that was okay.
So you just watch them?
Yeah, because we're I kind of do. It's kind of stocky, but where I was, we were on the 2nd floor, and so we could kind of look down at people when they're coming in for an interview, and it was just like, my gosh, does this person not know that they're coming in to interview with us, that we can see what they're doing?
Huh. Yeah, I would say, well, because I don't have a window in my office, so I can't really see what people are doing. Because I work in a jail cell. Just kidding. But I think for me, the first impression, starts with our receptionist. A lot of people, oddly enough, will come in and not say anything to her, and they're looking right at her. They'll just come sit down. They won't say anything, or I think actually earlier today, which I didn't tell you, somebody came in and just walked to go sit down, and our receptionist was like, "Hi, can I help you?" And And the candidate was just like, yeah, I'm just waiting for an interview. And she's well, yes, but like with who? What's your name? You know. So I think that is important because it's almost like they say. I saw something the other day that said how like your date or the person that you're dating or something, or how people treat wait staff is a big indicator of who they are.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the same thing with how do you talk to the people that are around you, or you know, the first person that you walk into in a office building.
And but isn't it kind of weird, like not to, like in a sense, announce yourself?
Yeah.
While you're there at a place of business?
I think sometimes it comes off, what comes off weird, it comes off kind of entitled.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you should know why I'm here, or you should know who I am. And it's kind of weird. But I mean, I don't know. That's just my first, I would say, is kind of when you're walking in for an interview, if there is somebody there, which typically there is, because most offices are not unmanned.
Yes.
Is to introduce yourself. You know, even I think it's always a good indicator when you ask their name. I think I know that our receptionist really likes when they have conversation with her, just a little bit, not too much. She is working, but they just ask, you know, they're like, "Hi, my name is Megan, and your name is," you know, or
Yes.
something like that. You know, even get up and shake their hand, even if they're just a receptionist.
So they remember that they're still a human being that they should be
Yes.
talked to in a normal setting, right?
Yeah.
So I remember a buddy of mine, he had told me that Zappos.com, that they specifically put their visitors parking on the other side of the parking lot, away from the front doors.
Mhm.
That you have to take the shuttle, and so the person driving the shuttle comes in after all the people have interviewed and will come in and put their 2 cents on each individual. So if someone was really rude to the shuttle driver, they don't come back for a second interview. So again, it's kind of that attitude that the moment that you hit the company's property, you're in interview mode.
Yeah.
And so you want to be able to just think about that, and the people that you interact with. If you talk down to anybody, the janitor, I was going to say the help, but you know, out here we have like someone, we have actually live plants.
Yeah.
So even like talking down to someone like that is extremely rude.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't realize that. They think that they only need to quote unquote put on for the person actually interviewing them. But I think nowadays with how office culture is and how it's important, and a lot of people are working in that team environment and everybody's opinion is valued, you need to really